Archangel Michael. Week 62 Message. Angelic Warrior Group. I am Archangel Michael and I have another task for the Angelic Warrior Group this week. As you may know, important developments within the history of humanity are being overturned by the Supreme Courts. In the landmark case of R versus W, passed in the 1970s, abortion was legalized. Now it is overturned in many states, and considerations made in others. As there are people of two mindsets on earth right now, we ask you to help those who do not understand to realize the truth. The truth is there is never a need to terminate the life of another being, at whatever stage. Yes, with your limited knowledge there are many of you that are reacting to this statement. You believe it is the right for the woman to determine whether she is pregnant or not, and this is absolutely correct. It is her right. However, it is not her right to terminate a life once it is at any stage of progression, unless the soul decides to terminate itself. It is always up to the soul, never the physical manifestation, to determine the life's course. However, many do not know this yet. Many of you still think you are in charge. On the other hand, many of you give your entire lives over to God and wait for direction. These are two extremes of the same continuum, misuse of universal law. The law of surrender asks you to surrender to God when you do not understand, not when you understand what the next steps should be. God will not communicate with you through a burning bush or in sending you angels to converse with. These were biblical acts, and the biblical times were times when man was losing his potency as a divine being. The last public example of this mastery was Yeshua, or the one you call Jesus. Only in again beginning to walk the path of truth can you live as Yeshua did. You are not in charge of your lives, however you must live them. You must make choices and learn from those choices which it is that God wants for you. He always wants your happiness, your peace, and your love. He wants the opportunity to show you his love for you because love must always be given away, so he wants your happiness. In fact, at this point in time, you know little of what God wants for you, because it is not realized upon the earth and you do not live as he would have you live. On that note, we now look at the large major cities across the earth and realize they will become the stage for many acts of unhappy protest by those who feel the right to determine the life of another is at their hands. This is the other extreme, the ones who think they are in charge of others' lives as well as their own. At one point, the definition of what constitutes life fell into question and was conveniently rooted to allow for abortion. Yes, 3 lives are at play here. Would it not be obvious to you that the subject of abortion holds the seed for much growth and development of humanity, if in fact you would allow that growth? Now you will go through this as a collective, and many other life questions will arise from the restructuring of law and society for you in days to come. Today I ask you to focus on the capital city of your choice, be it Denver, Portland, Mumbai, or Paris. Make a choice and meditate, pray or send wishes of love to this capital that it may sustain any damage by those forces rebelling against the overturn of this court decision. Send your love so that the people living in these cities will suffer little or nothing at all of the turmoil that will ensue as a result of this decision. I am Archangel Michael. I bring you truth, I bring you love, we are Legion. Adonai.